Okay, so we'll dive straight into it if you're okay with that.
Sure thing.
So my first question is, how does SORA Network's decentralized economic system work, and what benefits does it offer over traditional fiat currencies?
So the decentralized economic system is an upgrade to traditional currencies. Normally, the fiat currencies, there would just be a central entity that emits it, and then other entities get loans. So it's debt-based. So then, the more money you request to build things or to make things or to buy things and speculate with them, the more indebted the requesting entity becomes, unless, the money is less, it's, what can I say? Unless it's profitable. So then, it's not a debt-based system. It is a system that focuses on inflation for productive purposes. So, the SORA economic system seeks to empower people within the economy by allowing them to get to request funding for goods and services, as I mentioned, and then have this part of the circular economy. So, it's not just the funding projects for someone to go and buy a house and then for you to wait for the market to improve and then flip your money, but it's rather for you to start a cooperative or open a business or, build some sort of project that benefits your community or your country or, your group of neighbors, so that then through the circular economy, the currency itself strengthens. So it's making productive money, as it were.
Okay, so it's more of making a difference as opposed to working solely on oneself. So
Well,
community-based, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah, it's community-based, definitely. I think the big distinguishing feature is that communities can come forward and make have a voice or have a say in the economic policy. I think this is the biggest difference, because you can introduce a currency and say there's this amount of money in there, but then people don't have a say in how it's used. So one of the big differences is that in SORA there is a way for people to then decide what the currency is used for, how it's used, and we work with the community very hard to ensure that it's done for productive purposes that benefit people overall. So it's not really mint a lot of money and then just hoard it and get rich. It's rather mint funds and use them in a productive way.
My next question is, how has SORA Network fostered community participation and engagement? And what role do you see the community playing in the development and growth of the network?
I think the community is pivotal for the development and growth of the network. The community ultimately decides everything from network upgrades to funding projects, to adding tokens to the different services that we have, to minting tokens for development. So the community is the most important part. They are the ones that we work for. We are all part of the community as well. So I think it's sort of like a grassroots project that is for the community by the community. And we try to get more people to join the community as well, so that they can become a part of our space.
My next question is, what new projects or collaborations is SORA Network working on, and how do they contribute to the company's overall missions?
Well, first of all, it's not a company, it's a decentralized project. So everyone has a say or has a contribution to it. Projects that we're working on at the moment. Well, first of all, we have SORA Card. So we're working on a debit card that is connected to your wallet, Polkaswap, which is a DEX that we have on the SORA network. So this is going to be a neo-banking style card where you control your assets from the mobile or desktop platforms, and you can convert your cryptocurrencies into fiat currencies. At the moment, Euro will be the first currency that we launch with, and you'll be able to use that as a debit card in all places that accept MasterCard. So it's going to be a very interesting way to kind of bridge the gap between DeFi and TradFi, and we're hoping that this will also help people use the tokens that they have and further our mission of making cryptocurrencies be seen and considered and respected as fiat currencies. Alongside with that, we have the Polkaswap as a Service initiative. And in Polkaswap as a Service, we're looking to collaborate with different projects that have their tokens already available to then give them a place to, or a marketplace for the community or for users to be able to access them. Some of the tokens were mostly given through crowd loan rewards or certain airdrops if you fulfilled certain conditions, or ICOs or IDOs or all that stuff. And then there are other tokens which are mostly available or centralized exchanges. So what we want to do is give as many tokens as possible. I would say all the token, a platform, and we will help them provide some liquidity for their markets, and then give them a platform for them to start this, making the tokens more accessible to users. I mean, at the end of the day, I think a lot of projects are searching for users to hold their tokens, or users are searching for tokens to use platforms or use networks, and they just can't find it. So we're trying to play matchmaker in this particular sense through Polkaswap as a Service. Yes.
Fair enough. I think my question would be, because like I said, I'm new to the Web3 space. So my question is about the SORA card. So would it mean that I could transfer, like if I changed USDT to dollars or euros, I could then use my card at a store?
Sure. Yes.
Very cool. So it's like,
also, if you have the card, you can give your IBAN to someone and they can send you payments, and then you can transfer that directly to ZOR. So how it works is that you transfer your tokens into ZOR, and then with the ZOR, you use it to transfer into fiat.
okay.
So we're starting with euros and then going for US dollars, British, and other fiat currencies to come.
Very cool. My next question is light, or depends on your answer. And it's basically how you found the Polkadot experience, and how it varied from conferences that you have probably gone to out of Africa.
You mean the Polkadot Safari experience?
Yes, the Polkadot Safari experience, sorry.
Yeah, the Polkadot Safari experience was amazing for me. I feel like it's sort of homecoming. So I mentioned during my talk that I am born in Kenya, so I really have a lot of affinity with the different nuances of the Polkadot Safari conference. I think it was amazing to be in an open space conference, first and foremost. A lot of the ones that I've been to were mostly in closed, dark rooms. So I guess it kind of like mirrors the reality that a lot of developers or people working in the space have. I was reading the proposal when it came out, and a lot of the USP was that you'd be on bales of hay in an open space discussing Web3 at a grassroots level, and I think that definitely delivered. I was very happy to meet with a lot of members from teams. I met some great people like Limo was working with Nova and Robonomics. I met the Robonomics team as well. People from Astar, people from Subwallet, Mike from Incointer. I'm really bad with names. Nabil from Web3 Foundation. So yeah, it was a lot of really, really fun people, as well as the Safari developer. I think are an amazing bunch of people. And I have nothing but love and goodbye after attending this event. It's definitely, there's a before and after, I think, in my Polkadot experience. having attended the Polkadot Safari.
It's great. Also wondered, did you get to interact with developers, and how was that for you? Did you get to hear any ideas that you liked, or?
Yeah, I was participating in a panel conversation on financial inclusion. The company that I work with, SORA Mitsu, that is a contributor to SORA, also contributes to other projects in the traditional finance space, but related to blockchain. So I think it was a very interesting panel to join and to understand what people on the ground need and what their problems are and what they're kind of looking for in the technology. And I think that this was a very good opportunity to hear them and to kind of hear what they're working on building, as well as hear their experience. I think that it was great to also talk with the developers and the people building in a sort of speed dating kind of activity, where you would go with, well, different teams would come and talk to you and present their project, and you'd introduce yourself and also talk about what you're doing. And a lot of different ideas were exchanged, and, you know, you could also give them advice or some kind of insight into how they could best proceed with their project. It was very interesting to speak with the teams. I think there were people not only from Kenya, but also Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Ethiopia. So it was a very, very varied group of people. And I'm really happy that in spite of all of the geopolitical differences that, you know, you get fed on the news and in such plan, one can actually in person come together and enjoy building and taking. So yeah, I did get to speak with a lot of different people, and I think the conversations were very, very interesting and very valuable. I learned what Chamas actually first time. I feel a bit embarrassed that it took me this long to learn what it is, but yeah, it was very, very interesting.
Well, I'd like to thank you for answering the questions that I brought to you. It's been a very insightful session. And I hope that you will join us for the next Polkadot Safari. We've learned a lot, and yeah, we hope to build a relationship with you in the future.
Definitely. I really look forward to participating more with the Safari DAO. I think you guys are a very talented and very visionary group for the work that you're doing in Kenya and beyond. So kudos to you for that. And yeah, I definitely look forward to the next one. I hope I get to see as many animals, if not more than the ones I saw this time. And I hope I get to have as many insightful conversations as I did in this one as well. So thank you guys very much for the effort of getting all of this together, and the opportunity for inviting me to participate in here as well. I think is also very valuable.
Thank you.